if I tell you with this amount of 10 rupees you can get whatever information from a basic public servant to the highest public servant of India, including the Honorable President of India. Isn't this quite amazing and you're eager to know about this? Then let's get into the video. Hey everyone, this is Shabeer. Hope you are all safe and healthy amid this pandemic crisis. So before getting into the topic, I would like to share with you all a beautiful phrase which always motivates me, which is iduvum kadandu pogum, which means this too shall pass. With this motivation and with this spirit, let's get into the video. In this video, we are going to see about what is Right to Information Act is all about and how to utilize it in a better way. This act was enacted way back in the year 2005 and I consider this act to be a very unique and a landmark one compared to all the other laws. This is because all the other acts are made for the people, that is for the public to follow. But this act alone is made for the government to follow. Yes friends, under Right to Information, any citizen can seek for any information from a basic public servant to the highest public servant, including the Honorable Prime Minister and the Honorable President. We all know that our Indian Constitution provides us some basic and essential rights, and those rights are called as fundamental rights. So under that, Article 19 subclause 1A deals about right to freedom of speech and expression, and which also says that a citizen has sufficient right to receive sufficient information from the government. So now getting back into this act is enacted to ensure transparency in the government, to maintain proper accountability, and most highly to eliminate corruption. We all know that power tends to corrupt and absolute power corrupts absolutely. So in order to eliminate corruption, this act serves as a main ingredient. And also it helps in building good relationship between a citizen and the government. So as I already said, under this act, a citizen can seek for any information from a public authority. That public authority can be a state public officer or a central public officer or any other public officer who has been notified by our government. But there is a caution note over here. Information which are of highly national importance and also which affects the sovereignty of our country cannot be asked. Similarly, information related to central intelligence agencies cannot be asked under this act. To know more about the exceptions, have a perusal on section 8 of this act. The importance of RTI or Right to Information can be noticed through many big and huge scams like Commonwealth Games scam and 2G scam, where a normal citizen have filed the RTI and has exposed this scam throughout the entire world. Similarly, there are many social activists in India who have filed various number of RTIs against the government and has exposed many illegalities which has been happening in the government. Going into the main sector of a video, which is how to file an RTI. RTI can be filed via post and also through online. I always prefer applying through post. So how it is done? To file an RTI, you just need a plain paper. It can be an A4 or a legal one, and you have to write your to address and from address. From address will be your name and to address will be the concerned officer. For example, if I want to know the cost which has been incurred by the government in laying a road in front of my house, I have to address it to the concerned officer. There is one public information officer in every department, in all the government department, whose work is to collect all the RTI which has been filed by the citizen and to give them sufficient information. So if I want to know about the information relating to the road which has been laid down in front of my house, I have to address it to the concerned Public Works Department, that is Public Information Officer, so and so address, Public Works Department. So where can I get the address? You can Google it and Google knows very well. After the from and to address, you have to mention the subject, and in that you have to mention what information you are willing to sort, and below that you have to frame the information which you want to ask. The information must be accurate and error free. No ambiguous questions must be asked. So once you're done framing all the questions, you have to endorse it with a 10 rupees postal stamp or a 10 rupees DD or a banker's check along with it. And you have to post it via RPID and you have to get the acknowledgement card for your proof. If you are done filing the RTI through post, you are bound to receive the sufficient information which you are asked within 30 to 45 days to the maximum from the concerned authorities. If the concerned authorities has refused or has failed to provide you sufficient information, you can go for an appeal to the higher appellate officer, and who has a duty to dispose of your case within 30 days. If your reasons and the information which you are seeking is genuine and the concerned officer has failed to furnish you the information, then he is liable to pay you an amount of 250 rupees each day from the time when he has received your RTI till the date in which he disposes of your application. So that's it about this video. I hope everyone has got an idea about what is an RTI and how does it work. For more details and discussion, do inbox me. It is not always fair to accuse our government, nor tell them that they are right always, unless and until we have got sufficient information. So in order to get it, this RTI serves as a weapon. So that's it. See you in the next video. Until then, stay home and stay safe.